Most marriages don't die because couples stop living or loving each other. They died because something much quieter disappeared: leadership and loyalty. Tonight, we are talking about a small habit that quietly destroys marriages, and most couples don't even notice that is happening: leadership and loyalty. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ernst Thervil. Together with my wife Carline, who is not present tonight, we are diving deep into a powerful conversation that will definitely strengthen your marriage, your relationship, and you'll be glad that you were connected with us. We've been married for 25 years, and through all those many years, we have learned something that is so powerful. We have learned these important aspects about marriage. Great marriages are not happen by accident, but they are built on principles. And that's why we've been going through the A to Z of marriages, and tonight we are reaching to the letter L. L, leadership, and L for loyalty. Before we go any further, let me ask you a question. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can type that. Which one do you think keeps a marriage stronger, leadership or loyalty? Write your answer in the comment. Just write leadership or loyalty. Which one you think keeps a marriage stronger and longer? Is it leadership or loyalty? Write one word: leadership or loyalty. Which one? Which of those two words you think has the power, what it takes to help a marriage stay longer and stronger? We'll be right back after this commercial break, and then we'll talk more about those beautiful words that we'll be dealing with tonight: leadership and loyalty. We will be right back.
What God has put together.
Join us March 22nd, 2026, Orlando, Florida, at the Finding the One Symposium. You'll learn how to recognize a spouse, not just a spark, how to avoid emotionally unavailable people, how to prepare yourself for the right relationship. The event is free, but clarity is priceless. Spots are limited. Click the link to reserve your seat. You're not still single because you're unworthy. You're single because no one taught you how to discern and date with clarity. This Valentine's season, stop blaming timing. Stop blaming the dating pool. Start gaining clarity. People continue to get married every day.
Husband and wife, and let no man put asunder what God has put together.
Join us March 22nd, 2026, Orlando, Florida, at the Finding the One Symposium. You'll learn how to recognize a spouse, not just a spark, how to avoid emotionally unavailable people, how to prepare yourself for the right relationship. The event is free, but clarity is priceless. Spots are limited. Click the link to reserve your seat. You're not still single because you're unworthy. You're single because no one taught you how to discern and date with clarity. This Valentine's season, stop blaming timing. Stop blaming the dating pool. Start gaining clarity. People continue to get married every day.
Husband and wife, and let no man put asunder what God has put together.
Join us.
Is it loyalty or leadership? Which one you think has the power? It can help a marriage last longer and stronger. So let's just dive deep. Have you noticed that my wife cannot be with us, but she is here in spirit? She is here together with us as we're going to dive deep into those two words. And get ready, bring your spouse close by, share the live with somebody, because this has the power to help save your marriage, build it to something that is stronger and longer. The letter L for men is leadership. So the word leadership is very important for men. And I need to clarify. Let's help me clarify. Leadership is not about controlling. Leadership is about responsibility. Let me say that again to the men who are listening to me tonight. Leadership is not about control, but leadership is about responsibility. So therefore, a husband leads when he takes responsibility for the directions of the marriage. He leads. His leadership means that guiding the vision of the family, protecting the emotional atmosphere of the home, being the first to pursue solutions instead of blaming. Yes, I said be the first to pursue solutions instead of blaming. Helping the relationship grow instead of letting it drifted. So the leader, what he does, the leader, he takes dominion in his leadership, but it's not domination. Let me say that again. A leader takes dominion in his marriage and his relationship, but not domination. He does not dominate anybody. He simply takes dominion over things that is preventing the marriage to be what God destined for this marriage to be. So leadership is basically about direction. And when a marriage has the direction, when a marriage, I said, has good direction, it also gains stability. When a marriage has good directions, so it gains stability. So as I'm speaking to you, man, I'm not trying to criticize. I'm not trying to put any man down, but all I'm saying, elevate you to the leadership that God has put inside of you. Every man has a sense of leadership that is inside of them. I like the book by Maxwell. And the title is Developing the Leadership That Is Within You. A home without a sense of leadership, a marriage without a sense of leadership is a marriage that has no direction. And if it has no direction, there is no stability. So what really keeps the marriage to be stable is a sense of leadership and direction. Well, somebody may tell me, well, not every man is a leader. The man simply does not develop the leadership that is inside of him. But every man is definitely a leader. Yes, he is a leader. There is a something inside of him that God put inside of every man to lead. From Adam, God would not make a mistake. If you notice how he addressed Adam through the whole situation that happened at the garden, he addressed Adam as a leader, even though Eve did something, even though Eve was the first one who ate the fruits. But God addressed Adam as the leader. He addressed Adam as the man. He gave the sense of direction. So tonight, leadership is important for a marriage. A letter L in the marriage alphabet. It's a foundation. So brothers, I'm encouraging you tonight. Rule as a king. If you notice, I wear my king shirt. King of one queen. This shirt is for our Royalty Marriage Club. The Royalty Marriage Club is a club that we have with a bunch of couples who comes together and to run their marriage as king and queen. So I'm wearing my t-shirts tonight. So that's what leadership is. Leadership is to take dominion. Leadership is to help the relationship grow. Yes, leadership is to help the relationship grow. Whenever there is great relationship, the marriage cannot be drifted away. Men, when you take leadership, It's cut that blaming. Cut that blaming. Everything is blame. Everything is your wife. Everything is this. Everything is that. Everything is somebody else. No, 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 no. Leadership don't take time to blame anybody. Just like you take the praise, and as well you take the blame. Let me say that again. Leadership don't take time. Don't waste time to blame somebody, to point fingers at somebody. That's not leadership in the marriage. A leader takes full responsibility of what happened, and he brings solution to change the situation. So we pursue, as leaders, we pursue solution instead of blame. We pursue solution instead of criticizing. We pursue solutions instead of pointing finger at somebody else. So this is how we lead. We guide the vision of the family. And no matter how intelligent, how much, what degree that you have, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because the leadership is within. It's not the degree. It's not the what kind of doctorate degree do you have or anything like that. And what in this, that's not matters. What matters is the leadership that is inside of you. You lead with that leadership. So that's what leadership means. It means a sense of direction. Where are we taking this marriage? And I'm not even thinking about directions when it comes to, well, if we're going to vacation, if we're not going to vacation, if we're going to buy this, if we're not going to buy this house. Those decisions, you do them together. But I'm talking about a spiritual decision. And spiritual decision, I'm not even talking about going to church or not. I'm a pastor, but I'm above that. I'm not even talking about going to church or not. I'm simply talking about leadership decision as a man, like where I'm taking my marriage. In my royalty group, I heard a man saying, well, I said to my wife, I'm gonna have only one wife for the rest of my life. I'm gonna have 2 children, and I'm gonna marry one time. That's it, and he's done. He's done. He just set his tone. He set the leadership. He set the direction of where his marriage is going, and that's it. Oh, kudos. Kudos to men like that. Kudos to men who takes the leadership of the marriage. And I'm not talking about something extraordinary. I'm not talking about something like you bring heaven down to earth. None of that. I'm simply talking about formulating a direction of where you are taking your marriage and where you are taking your family. So you are taking your family to a direction. There's a direction. There's a place. There's a place that you're taking this family. I talked to another man, and he says, I'm taking my family to a generational blessing instead of generational curse. Because in my family, oh my God, I'm talking to the men tonight. If you feel like I'm dropping something to the men, say, drop it, pastor, drop it. Because I wear my heart also. Preach on preacher. If you notice my heart, preach on preacher. So I'm wearing a bunch of symbolism so in order for me to drop it like it's hot tonight. Yes. So the man says, I know what kind of marriage that I'm building. I'm building a marriage that is above generational curse. So if it is above generational curse, I am building a marriage that is in alignment with generational blessing. This is leadership. This is leadership. This is leadership, yes. And you think I'm talking about, oh, well, lead to this, lead to that, lead to this. Because a man who leads his marriage this way, a man who has a sense of direction that way, I guarantee you this man is not going to spend a lot of time in drama and argument and blaming and things like that. So he protects the emotional atmosphere of his home. He protects the emotional atmosphere of his marriage. His marriage is solid. His marriage is strong. His marriage sits on the stability that he established. And for those of you who are accustomed to my my teaching, like I told you before, that God designed the marriage, but He gave us the responsibility to build it, to build this marriage. Yes, we have the responsibility to build the marriage, just like Jesus built the church, but He gives us the responsibility to run the church. Jesus is not coming and run the church for us. God is not coming and run the marriage for us. So yes, you have the responsibility, because that's what leadership is all about. It's about responsibility. So let me move quick, because we have a lot to cover tonight. 7:16 already. Leadership is about direction. Leadership is about is not about taking domination, but leadership is about taking dominion. And leadership, wherever there is a strong leadership, wherever the marriage has a sense of direction, it also has a sense of stability. You want to see a stable marriage? I guarantee you, let this man, the husband in the house, the husband in the marriage, take his sense of leadership. Once he understands the power of his leadership, man, let me tell you, once you understand the power of your leadership, your God-giving leadership, the instructions that God has given you to take the direction for the marriage, and most men already knew. You already knew right from wrong. You already knew what will lead this marriage to the right path to stability and not. And if you want to see a marriage that's not stable, have a husband in it who has no sense of direction, no sense of purpose, no sense of what he's doing in the marriage, no sense of the reason why he's here, and you will see how this marriage is drifted. And I'm no sexist. I love women. But all that I'm saying tonight, the wife could try to do everything possible that she can to create this marriage, to build this marriage. But if we do not have the man who takes his responsibility seriously, who takes his role, his leadership role seriously, to formulate, to draw a sense of direction for this marriage, for this relationship, well, I can tell you, the women can try, the wife can try as much as she wants. You're going to have a marriage, one good day, one bad day. One day, one year the marriage is stable, the next year it is not. One season, it's all good in the marriage, and the next season, it goes back down. It seems like the marriage is going 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. It's simply because that's the way it is designed. It is designed in the marriage for the men. Yes, for the men. Come on, my men. Where are the men? Drop it like let's say in the chat. Let's say in the chat. Come on. Men, let's say, I got this. I got this. I want you to say, I got this. After the show, I'm going to take my time and read all the comment, but I want you to say, you got this. And when I say you got this, you got it. Because I'm not talking about leadership at work, having 10, 20, 50, 100 people under you. I'm not talking about leadership at church, having 300 church members, and then each one of them wants something different at the church. Hallelujah. But I'm simply talking about a sense of direction and purpose for your home, your marriage. Your marriage, this blessing that God is giving you, man, if we don't take this sense of leadership, responsibility, direction, dominion instead of domination, there's no stability. Let me transition for a minute. So ladies, I want to encourage you tonight to do something powerful. Help me. I want to invite you to help me. Yes, you can just type in the chat, says, I am helping you, Pastor. I am helping you. Ladies, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. I put my preacher's cap. So tonight I half preaching, half teaching. And I want to hear you. I want you to hear me carefully. And ladies, I need your help. I need you to do that. I want you to help create an environment for your husband to lead. So create a leadership environment. Yes, I'm inviting you to create a leadership environment. What do I mean? Create an environment where the man has a sense of direction. Instead of saying, oh, you don't know anything, you can't do anything, you don't do anything right, everything you do is a bunch of mistakes. But elevate, encourage the man to take a sense of leadership. So I am inviting you, ladies. Leadership grows in the right environment. You didn't think I was going to come to that. Yeah. Yes, let me drop it to you. Leadership grows in the right environment. If you are asking your husband to be a leader and you expect him to be a leader, and then you not building or creating this environment, then it is just pointless. It is just pointless because as a pastor, I can talk about this. I can talk about leadership at home and leadership everywhere. I understand what leadership is all about. There are some members I had, and they are difficult to lead them. And at time, I remember I had to ask them, can you tell me how to pastor you? Tell me. I want to learn how to pastor you. What I mean by that, I want you to create an environment where I can really pastor you, because I have 100 more people that I'm pastoring. So if you expect me to pastor you some way, somehow, and you that creating this environment for me to pastor you, it's almost like we're not going to have a pastor and member relationship. So ladies, here is where you are important. You are important by helping building this environment. Help the men to lead. Help the men to have the sense of direction. Help the man. Support the man in his leadership. That's what I mean. Yeah. When he is leading the marriage in the right direction, help him. And if he is not, so what I urge you to do is to redirect instead of criticize. Oh, yes. You can type that. Say, I will redirect. Because as a wife, why criticizing your husband, your own husband, your papi, your pupush, your mom, your sherry, your all that, however you call it? Why criticizing him? You only criticize the person who is not your husband. You can criticize every man that you find out there. If it is your personality to criticize people, go ahead and criticize men out there, but not your husband. So why you do, ladies, in building this environment for him to exercise his leadership, what I want you to do tonight is to build, redirect, encourage. And let me share with you a Bible verse, which I love very much. I love the Proverb 31 woman. The Proverb 31 woman is a wise woman. And this woman, last time I was doing a study on her, she had 7 businesses. The Proverb 31 woman. Yeah, right there. If you read Proverb 31 carefully, you will find this woman had 7 businesses. Not just one. She had 7 sources of income right there. This is a powerful woman, okay? A woman, the Proverb 31 woman, a woman who leads, who manages, who supervises at least 7 businesses in Proverb 31, but still, listen to this. I love verse 23 for tonight. Verse 23. Proverb 31, verse 23. This is what the Bible says. Her husband is known in the gates. Woo, wow, whoa, whoa, whoa. The minute you walk in the gate, you know this is, oh my God, First Lady is gonna love that. I just wish she was on the show tonight. I just wish she was on the show. The minute somebody walks at New Hope, you know exactly who is First Lady's husband. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. My Lord. Let me read the text again because I'm super excited about text like that, about the Bible like this. One thing that gets me so excited about life is God, His Word, and my wife. I'm very super excited about these things. But let me massage the Word. Let me massage it. Let me play with it. Let me use this word. Let me use my theology advancement with a DI, with a divine intelligence. This is what it says. Her husband is known in the gates. I won't take time to explain this, but quickly, back in the Bible days, the elders, the great men, the powerful men, the wise, the sages, they would sit at the gate and then they would elaborate about the Torah. They would elaborate about words of God. They will have discussions about wisdom, about what happened in the community and things like that. So that's what happened. Proverbs 31 woman, besides all the other women, they know the Proverb 31 woman. She is a business person. She runs the show. And the Bible says that you know the minute you walk at the gates among all the elders, all the men, when they're sitting there, you know her husband at the gates. When he's seated among the elders of the land. You don't understand this text. You don't understand the power of this text. Come on, my preacher is kicking in right now. Yes, my preacher is kicking in. You know, come on, ladies, I want you to hear that. If I walk around, will I know your husband? If somebody look at you, will they know that? Will they say that, well, this is your husband? Ladies, I am talking to you. The way you describe your husband out there, the way you talk about your husband with your girlfriends, the way you share ideas who your husband is, will the people know when they walk over there among the elders, among the other men? I wish the New Hopians were listening to this word tonight. I hope the New Hopians and ladies all over the world will be listening to this word tonight. When somebody comes to the gate and look, pay attention to how all the men, all the elders at the gate are talking. Will that person say, this is the Proverb 31 women's husband? I'm talking about you ladies creating an environment for him to lead. Or are you emasculating him? Let me tell you, when a man constantly feels criticized or dismissed, his leadership slowly shuts down. That's why we are saying, are you killing your marriage? Maybe you thought it's Satan. Maybe you keep saying, well, it's the enemy, Satan is killing, Satan is destroying my marriage. Or maybe it's not even Satan, it is just the habits, the criticizing, the dismissing, the shutting him down, the putting him down. Could it be these are the things that are destroying or killing your marriage? Because when a marriage is here without leadership, this marriage is drifted away. Let me say that again. A marriage without leadership is drifted away. But a marriage who has a leader and there is a suitable helper that is supporting this leader. Your husband is not having an event and then every other woman is there, you're not there. Your husband is not going to be at his job, and nobody knew who is his wife at the job. Come on, ladies, we don't do something like that. Come on, I feel like shaking a woman right now. Oh man, I wish you were right here in the studio. Yeah. You want a leader, right? He's making all the efforts. But do you know where he works? These are some serious stuff because most people, I'm talking about small habits. It's not the big things that are destroying, killing our marriage. It's the small habits, the small things. Do you know where he works? Do you know what he does at work? And somebody hear me, somebody pick up what I'm dropping. If you are picking up what I'm dropping, I want to hear a lady saying, I am picking it up. I am picking it up with exclamation point. I am picking it up. If you are picking it up. Or if your husband is a taxi driver, if your husband is a bus driver, if he is a truck driver, for God's sake, do you pack up his clothes, his food for the week or for the period of time that he's going to be away? Or you let that role taken care of by any women out there? Oh my God. I feel like stopping the show. Seriously. Who's taking care of that? Who's building that environment? Pour moun nan di, nan mi tan tout garçon sa yo, mwen, se misye mari etel. Oh my God. If I'm going to deal the Bible says that, it's not me. Nan mi tan tout elder sa yo, nan mi tan tout garçon sa yo, jan misye get ti chemise li bien propre sou li ya, jan bien habillé là, jan bien campé là, jan la bien parlé là, with no stress, not complaining, because there are three things a man should not do. You should not be complaining about the economy. You should not be complaining about your marriage or your wife, and you should not be complaining about the job that you're doing. There are three major things a man should not be complaining about. But if the man, when he's among the elders, all he's doing, my wife is this, my wife is that, if women is this, women is that, women is this, definitely that's not your husband. I'm loud tonight. I'm very loud. Let me see if I can bring my volume down. It seems like my volume is going so high. Yeah, let me bring the volume down. Bring the volume down. Okay. Yeah, my volume is down a little bit. But you can bring the volume from your end. I'll just bring it down from my end. Yeah. Yeah, ladies. The man, leader. Every marriage needs a leader. Every marriage needs somebody who stands for it. Every marriage needs somebody who fights for it. Every marriage needs somebody who takes a sense of direction. Every marriage needs somebody who just help this marriage to be stable. And last time that I checked, in the foundation of marriage, God did not give this responsibility to Eve. He gave this responsibility to Adam. Or he gave this responsibility to Ish, which is man, not Isha. So every man out there, stand up, not like a tonton makoud or anything like that, but stand, take your leadership responsibility seriously, because the stability of the marriage depends on your responsibility. Let me say that again. It's a good line. It sounds like a good line, but I'm not trying to drop good lines. I'm trying to bring a powerful point tonight. Yes. In order for the marriage to have stability, according to the way God designs it, Ish, the man, must take his responsibility. And Isha, the woman, the wife, must help in creating this environment. And the best way she creates this environment is to trust him, to support him, to be there, to respect him. And also, Proverbs 31 verse 23 just told me her husband is known in the gates when he's seated among the elders of the land. My, this is powerful. Let me ask you, ladies. If a total stranger walk among 5 men, and that stranger, that person is stranger to your man, but your friend, never met your husband before, will they know this is your husband among the 5 men who are talking by the way you describe, you honor, you respect, you define your husband? Let me take a commercial break. I will be right back.
March 22nd, 2026, Orlando, Florida, at the Finding the One Symposium. You'll learn how to recognize a spouse, not just a spark, how to avoid emotionally unavailable people, how to prepare yourself for the right relationship. The event is free, but clarity is priceless. Spots are limited. Click the link to reserve your seat. You're not still single because you're unworthy. You're single because no one taught you how to discern and date with clarity. This Valentine's season, stop blaming timing. Stop blaming the dating pool. Start gaining clarity. People continue to get married every day.
Husband and wife, and let no man put asunder what God has put together.
Join us, March 22nd, 2026, Orlando, Florida, at the Finding the One Symposium. You'll learn how to recognize a spouse, not just a spark, how to avoid emotionally unavailable people, how to prepare yourself for the right relationship. The event is free, but clarity is priceless. Spots are limited. Click the link to reserve your seat. You're not...
There is one thing that every single leader is looking after. Whether at his home, at his church, at his organization, his company, anywhere, there's one thing every leader is hungry for. If you know it, drop it before I say it. And ladies' wife, if you offer this to your husband, you help building stability. One S, and it's not sex. If you want to know more about how to find this word, our book, this is the marriage masterpiece. In it, First Lady and I, we provided 25 secrets to live your marriage till silver, and from silver to golden marriage. Right there. 25 secrets times 2. You can find the link for the description. My website is in the description below. You can find it right there. One word. Support. Ladies, wives, single women, future wives. Every single husband out there, every single man with a destiny, with purpose, he is looking for one thing, not sex, but support. And by creating this environment, and in my mind, I'm thinking, because I think deep. I can see the Proverb 31 woman, before she goes home, after handling her 7 businesses, she just dropped by there. She says, honey, I know you are coming late because you are talking to the elders. I just dropped by the merchant over there and I buy you some food. I buy you some bread. I just bring you some bread before you get home. I could see the Proverb 31 woman. I could see her. I could feel her, the way she moves, because a woman who handles 7 businesses, that means she has the quality. She has the quality to handle her husband also. I could see her. I could see the Proverb 31 woman who just dropped by and say, honey, I was just checking on you. That's why. I'm just making the Bible talk. I'm just bringing the Bible live. Because if the text says, you will know her husband at the gates, that means she does something associating with her husband. Everybody knows who her husband is. And I thank God for First Lady. I thank God for First Lady, who is everywhere with me, everywhere. Because you cannot be in the area. You cannot be in Orlando. When I go to an event without my wife, man, everybody thinks it's like heaven coming down. That means all hell break loose. Yeah. And tonight, I'm going to elevate my wife. Thank God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm going to elevate my wife to the status of the Proverb 31 woman. So that's who she is. That's who she is. So from now on, my wife is a Proverb 31 woman, a woman who's handling a lot of other things, but at the same time still has the time and the quality to let everybody know that who is her husband. I'm just making the Bible talk, people, because the text simply says, I don't want to just paraphrase. Her husband is known in the gates when he's seated among the elders of the land. Proverbs 31 verse 23. So that means she does something for everybody to know that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, share this live. Share this live for me tonight. Share this live. Our time is running. I got to run, and I have a lot more to drop to you tonight. So let me just dive down to loyalty. The first word was leadership, and the next word for women is loyalty. Leadership was for men, and loyalty was for women, because these are the things, if we don't do them, they're slowly killing our marriages. And in the mighty name of Jesus, not mine. Not mine. Not mine. Loyalty. Loyalty is the force that protects the covenant of marriage. Loyalty is the force that protects the covenant of marriage. One more time. Loyalty is the force that protects the covenant of marriage. So loyalty is for women. Women love royalty. Loyalty is the oxygen of covenant, and that's who the women are. Women is loyalty. Loyalty means your spouse knows you stand with her, you defend her, you protect the reputation of the relationship. So women is all about loyalty. When a woman breathes better, a woman lives better, a woman it becomes more beautiful. A woman glows when she is in an environment where she experiences what true loyalty is. So it shows up in her speech. It shows up in her presence, her charisma. presence. Her charisma shows up. Her beauty shows up. And she doesn't have to wear expensive things for her to be pretty, because she is in an environment, she is in a marriage where loyalty is honored, because women is all about loyalty. Women, if you listening to me tonight and you know you are all about loyalty, say, it's me. Loyalty is me. I am loyalty. I love loyalty. I love when somebody is loyal to me, because I am loyal. I am loyal. Most women, I'm not saying that, well, there are some women out there, my God, you talk about loyalty, oh man, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. They're only loyal to you when you are in front of them. And it doesn't matter who they are. So those people, they need counseling, they need therapy, they need all that. They need prayer, because prayer will cast it out and therapy will keep it away. That's our view. Prayers will cast it out and therapy will keep it away. So we need both. So loyalty, even when life gets difficult. Women, the wife says, I stand with you. So loyalty is her. Loyalty is the air the marriage breathes. When a woman is loyal, oh my God, this marriage is just breathe better. The reputation of this marriage. And ladies, let me be honest to you tonight, because I was just talking to the man honestly. When a woman keeps her loyalty, when a woman is virtuous enough to keep the reputation of this marriage becomes more beautiful with your loyalty. M'bal di yon bagay en créole. Qui c'est pas vrai non? Mais m'a dit selon Jean la vie a selon Jean société a. Mesdames, attendez, plutôt ouais côté un garçon pas loyal au lieu que ouais côté une fille pas loyale. Les une fille pas loyale, c'est un coup c'est un épée qui coupe à des bords. Les une fille pas loyale, it ruins the reputation of the marriage dangerously. Let me say that again. I'm not pointing fingers at the ladies. Men, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to come because this show is balanced. We are well balanced. I'm going to come. So let me explain this in another way. When they compare the moral of a pastor and a church member, although it is not supposed to be, if the church member commits the same mistake as a pastor, if the mistakes are equal, they judge the pastor in a tougher standard than the church member. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So that's the best way I can explain loyalty when it comes to women and men in a marriage. So you are called to be loyal. You are destined to be loyal. It's your responsibility, woman, to be loyal, because when you are loyal in the marriage breeds better. Par contre, comment m'expliquer encore? On me dit pasteur parler, ou me dit pasteur speak. Because loyalty puts the woman at the level of her royalty. Oh my God. When a woman is royal, she walks in royalty. She moves in royalty. She shares in royalty. She even goes shopping in royalty when she is loyal in her marriage. In life situation doesn't even have the power to shake, to suffocate this marriage, because this marriage is breathing loyalty. So meaning, she defends the marriage. She stands for the marriage. She speaks value of the marriage. She speaks greatness of the marriage. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about breathing, because loyalty is a spiritual quality. So that's what she does. Her purpose, her job is to protect the reputation of the marriage. Her job is to defend the character, the beauty, the breath, the air of the marriage in her loyalty. When she stands with her husband in loyalty, because she is loyalty. But brothers, if you have a loyal woman, I'm gonna come to the brothers. I want to encourage you. You remember earlier I was encouraging your wife to create an environment for you to lead. And right now, I want you to hear me carefully, gentlemen. I want you to create an environment where your wife will continue to breathe the air of loyalty. Because a strong man is basically a loyal man anyway. Yeah. A loyal man means that she knows that you are loyal. She knows that you are faithful to her. She's secured in the commitment. She is too committed. She is very committed to you because she knows that she is secured. Because women are not looking for money. They're not looking for fame. They're not looking for any of that, brothers. They're looking for a sense of security and safety. And when a woman is talking about security, that's what she means. She wants to be safe. She wants to make sure that she sleep well. She wants to make sure that there is nobody looking at her weird behind her and her back. Listen, gentlemen, your loyal wife does not want to be in competition with anybody. So she's not competing with distraction. She needs she wants you to protect this loyalty that she is breathing with your words in your action. And a loyal husband guards the covenant of the marriage. Let me tell you, gentlemen, listen. Patricia's about Thunder. Let's do this. Put your hands right there and listen. Stop bringing drama, distraction, emotional distraction, and drama in your marriage. One more time. Brothers, it's a decision. Because the power of decision, even the devil does not have the power over somebody's decision. And you remember I said the devil? Let me go a little bit deeper. Even God does not have the veto power. The power to veto your decision. He does not. It's not because he could not, he chose to set you, to build you this way, the power of your decision. So tonight, the ball is in your court to keep this loyalty and royalty in your marriage. I just told your wife what she needs to do. Now I'm telling us what we need to do as gentlemen. Yes, I'm telling us the drama. All the time, your name is in this, your name is in that, your name is this girl, your name is with this girl, your name is this person, your name is this, your name is that. Tonight is it. Tonight is it. I want you to join the royalty club. Although it's not open, I'm just saying in the mindset. Because the royalty club is not open until next year. Join the royalty club in your mind, because there are drama, distraction, emotional distress. All these things, they kill loyalty. Your wife is going to be loyal to you all the time. And you think she's going to be just sitting there, be loyal and loyal and loyal. You bring this drama, she takes it. You bring this situation, she takes it. You bring this distraction, she takes it. All this nonsense, all this entertainment, all this Facebook stuff, this WhatsApp stuff. All your name is this, your name is that, your name is in this thing, my name is in that thing. And she's sitting there as a loyal woman. She's taking all that. She's taking all that. She's taking all that. And then slowly, the marriage is dying. Marriage is dying. Marriage is dying. Marriage is dying. Marriage is dying slowly, by those habits. The drama after drama. Every single year your name is in something. Every single year, something rises up, something comes up in Facebook and in YouTube. Every single time your name come up with something. Every single time somebody says something. I'm not talking about being perfect. No, nobody's talking about perfect here. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all come short from the glory of God. But simply, I'm talking about the constant drama, and we are not doing anything about it as men. Though drama, distraction, emotional drama, all this he says, she says, your name is in this, your name is in that. Let me tell you, brothers, it's just kill those habits, they kill loyalty. And let me drop a Bible verse to you in case you think I'm just throwing shades. I don't do stuff like that. Hebrews 13 verse 5. Let your conduct, we says Hebrews 13 verse 5. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such thing as you have. For he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. When your wife knows that you give her the assurance that you will never leave or forsake her, you have a super loyal wife. Let your conduct be that way. Let your word be that way. Let your decision be that way. When it comes to me, this woman, this is the woman for my life. She is. Although this shirt is not for sale, you got to be part of the club to wear it. But you are the king of one queen. I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to every man out there. I'm speaking to every young man, every man who's not married yet. This is one life I want you to share. I want you to share this broadcast because I feel like the Spirit of the Lord is speaking to somebody. Preach on, preacher. I feel like preaching. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have. Be content. Let me speak to me, man. Men, allow me to speak to me. Let me speak to me. Let me speak to my kind. Because too often we're not content with what we have. We always see we can have something else that is not even us. That doesn't even belong to us. We always desire something else. And you know exactly what I'm saying. I don't have to speak it like I'm speaking to third grade. Yeah. Hebrews 13 verse 5. Let your conduct, let your behavior, let your attitude, let your personality, let your charisma, let your character, when you walk together with your wife, there's loyalty. There's one king with one queen. There's one queen with one king. See, my wife, I already read my wife's mind. She said next week she's going to wear that shirt too. Yeah. Come on, brothers. Yeah. What is killing your marriage? Who is killing your marriage? Is it you? May not even be the devil. And because there are some women, all they do, because they are loyal. Because there are some people, they are naturally loyal. But the minute you get a loyal woman to start being disloyal, you destroy this woman. Oh my God, let me say that again. When you have a loyal woman shifting, she becomes disloyal to men. Brothers, she doesn't just become disloyal to you, but she becomes disloyal to mankind. She becomes a danger to the mankind, to society. Because nan bon créole, li pran, l'el gaye, pel pa kapab ramasser. Are you able to hear me loud tonight? Turn up the volume, please, while I bring my volume down in the studio. Bring your volume up. Let your conduct be without cowardice. Be content with such things as you have. For he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsaking you. For your love, I can do anything just to see the smile from your face. For your love, I can do anything. Give her the money. Give her the material things. That's nothing. But if you give her faithfulness, if you give her loyalty, if you feed loyalty with loyalty, you get royalty. Let me say that again. Oh my God, what a good line. If you feed, you can hashtag it. You can hashtag. That's my own line. You won't find it in any dictionary. Let me see if I can remember it. If you feed loyalty with loyalty, you get royalty. You can write that down for them in case somebody missed it. Let me say it again. If you feed loyalty, let me say that again. If you feed loyalty, the loyalty of the woman, with the loyalty of the man, you get a royal marriage. King of one king. King of one queen. Queen of one king. So, friends, as I'm closing, royalty is to protect and honor the kingship of your marriage. I think these are the most powerful words we ever talked about since we've been dealing with the ABCs of marriage. To me, those two words right there, they're the most powerful things to destroy or to build your marriage. To build a marriage. Leadership and royalty. As we are closing, let me ask you this. Does your spouse feel that you make it easy for him to lead? This is to the woman. Now, question to the man. Does your spouse feel like you are feeding her loyalty with loyalty? It was a pleasure to be with you tonight. And I pray this broadcast was very helpful to you. I want to leave you tonight with this thought. Most marriages do not collapse because of love, because love disappears. They collapse when leadership fades. They collapse when loyalty slowly weakens. I pray, I declare, and I prophesy over your marriage and my marriage, that we stand on leadership, we breed loyalty, and from there, our marriage will have the oxygen and the fortitude to stand whatever happens to it. I pray tonight that your marriage and my marriage become unbreakable. Unbreakable. I said unbreakable in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you for watching tonight. It is my time. It's been fun. I gotta run. I pray that you really enjoy the show. If you enjoyed this broadcast, like it on Facebook and abonne, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment. Leave a comment, because the more comments you leave, then the algorithm is gonna know that we are doing something powerful. We are doing something good. But if you just watching, you don't leave any comment, the algorithm will not take us seriously. You understand? So please leave a comment. That's going to help you, even to say thank you, even to give a thumbs up. Whatever comment you can give a comment. And if you can like. If you can subscribe, because that is going to help us tremendously. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Marriage Show with your servant, Dr. Ernst. Real talk, real issue, and real marriage. Until next time, join us next Monday for another spectacular, powerful show. And I pray that my wife is together with me. I know she's going to want to wear her shirt, Queen of One King. But don't leave yet. I got all the people who are single. I got to tell you a little bit about what's coming up this Sunday right here in Orlando. Don't leave yet. I'm going to transition and talk a little bit about what's coming up this Sunday, the Finding the One Symposium. Let me play the video and I'll be right back.
Still single because you're unworthy. You're single because no one taught you how to discern and date with clarity. This Valentine's season, stop blaming timing. Stop blaming the dating pool. Start gaining clarity. People continue to get married every day.
Husband and wife, and let no man put asunder what God has put together.
Join us, March 22nd, 2026, Orlando, Florida, at the Finding the One Symposium. You'll learn how to recognize a spouse, not just a spark, how to avoid emotionally unavailable people, how to prepare yourself for the right relationship. The event is free, but clarity is priceless. Spots are limited. Click the link to reserve your seat. You're not...
Yes, the event is free, but clarity and discernment is priceless. Let me tell you, I've been living in Orlando since 1997, so that's 30-some years. I know more people in Orlando who are single than those who are married. I thought my church would be too small. Because all the single people that I know, they are complaining, oh, there's no good men out there. There is no good women out there. All the good men or the good women are already taken, or things like that. But while people continue to get married every day, within just between January and February, I've already officiated 3 weddings. So what's wrong? It's the mindset. Spiritually, instead of attracting your husband or your wife, you're just attracting anybody. And when anybody comes to your life, if you are marriage material, it's not going to click. It's not going to stick. Look, if you know somebody who's single in Orlando, single available, single not available, those who are engaged, those who are not married yet, whether you are engaged, your fiancé, or however you call it, married or not, if you're not married, well, even those who are married, I'm inviting you to this seminar. It's free. It's basically free to everybody. You don't have to pay a dollar or a penny. I know God is going to take care of my energy. He's going to take care of the time. God is going to pay me back for the time that I spent in preparation and getting this event together. Each time I post on Facebook, all that, I'm putting those time down, and then I'm going to send the invoice to somebody. Because time is value. It's more than money. So since time is more than money, I know God is going to value my life. Help me to put more value to my value. That's how I know God. That's how I'm sending the invoice to God. Because since I understand time is value, which is more than money, so I'm sending this invoice to God so that he can put more value to my value. Hey, whoa. Look at that. Look at this wisdom right there. So therefore, it's this Sunday at 3 o'clock in Orlando, Florida. Whether you are in Tampa, if you're single, just take a trip. You never know. Expose yourself. Be at a place. Talk to somebody. It's a moment to network. It's a moment to meet somebody else. It's a moment to expose yourself. It's just a moment to get out. Because opportunities does not stay where you are. Opportunities is out there in the world. Opportunities never been too close. Sometimes opportunities is far away. I can tell you the first time I met my wife was not in the city that I live. I had to travel 4 hours to meet my wife. Come on, people. Come on, somebody. Let's change the mindset. Well, why am I forcing anyway? Well, anyway, all that I'm saying, go ahead. There's a link in the description. Talks about the symposium. Click that link and register. It's for free. Register your son. If the person is 18, they can be here. Your son, your daughters, who needs to know more about dating, about relationship, bring them. Bring them. I'm going to drop some powerful stuff, eye-opener in this symposium. So travel from Tampa, from Eustis, from Titusville, from Davenport, from Leesburg, from everywhere. Just travel and be there. If you're not married yet, even the people who are married, I encourage you to come because you're going to learn something. But the only thing you have to do, you need to register. You need to register first because registration is for free. Gratis. Gratis, t-shirt. So it's this Sunday. We have a few days left. This is Monday. And registration is going to close that morning, on Sunday morning. But don't delay to register. Register now so that we know the amount of people who are coming. I cannot wait to see you there in the place. And we are building generational marriage, but it starts with the people before they get married. You cannot get married without knowledge. Proverbs 24 verse 3 says that. With knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, a house is built. My people perish by a lack of knowledge. Anyway, I'm just inspiring. If you take investment lightly, you cannot expect harvest. Oh, tonight I'm dropping a bunch of wisdom. Let me say that again. If you take investment lightly, you are not entitled to expect a harvest. And in other words, if you don't do anything for the harvest, don't expect the harvest. And in other words again, if you don't do anything for your marriage, don't expect to have a great marriage, even though that's what God wants for you. And I want to stay away anybody who's taking relationship lightly anyway. Anybody who's taking relationship lightly, because this is the best thing that, beside God in our lives, the best thing that happened to us is relationship. That's why the devil doesn't want it. He wants to destroy it. And then you just cross your arm and say, devil, do whatever you want. I'm not gonna stand. I'm not gonna be loyal. I'm not gonna be take my leadership. I'm not gonna take dominion. I'm gonna just go on slow motion and do whatever you wanna do. And then I'll just stay somewhere complaining. Oh, the devil is destroying my marriage. The devil is this, the devil that. Complaining. There are 3 things you're not entitled to complain in life. About the economy, the government, the country. You're not entitled to complain about your marriage, because you have to do something about it the day you realize that something is wrong. No complaining. And you're not complaining about your job, because you have to do something about it. The minute you realize that this job is not working for you, you have to do something about it. So those 3 things we are not entitled to complain about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get out of here. Let me tell you, I'll see some of you, maybe most of you, on Saturday and on Sunday at 3 o'clock at the church, New Hope in Orlando. And the rest of you, I'll see you on Monday, back again behind this camera. Hopefully my wife will be with you, and the cold season is not preventing her from speaking. She has a cold tonight. It's terrible cold, but I declare in Jesus' name that she's feeling well for next week, because you know I am not accustomed to having a show by myself, so it feels weird over here. So until next time, take care of yourself and each other. We love you, and there's nothing you can basically do about that. If we say we love you, we really love you. Really love you.
The marriage